It is 6:31 on February 20th. Is that right?
Yeah.
And we will call to order the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for the city of Louisville. We do have a quorum present. The second item on the agenda is to approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting, the February 6th meeting. I had a quick question for staff about the agendas that we have on the screen here don't have the minutes in them. And so they were sent to us over email. I don't know if there was something that changed that may have been why they got taken out of this packet.
I'm not sure why they're not showing up on the screen for you tonight. We put the packet together and had the minutes in them. I'll have to check into that.
I think as long as they haven't changed from what was sent to us last week.
They have not.
They haven't. Okay. So then, commissioners.
Motion to approve as presented.
Okay. Motion by James.
Second.
Second by Mary Ellen. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Agenda item number 3 on the agenda is for the consent agenda plats. We have one consent agenda plat on the agenda tonight. It is the final plat of the Archer Way addition, a single-family residential subdivision containing 38 residential lots and 2 open space lots on a 6.762 acre tract of land out of the F. Pierce Survey abstract number 1016 Zone Plan Development Estate Townhouse PDETH, located on the east side of Archer Way, approximately 440 feet north of Justin Road.
Just so you know, city staff has reviewed this plat, and it does meet all of our zoning and development standards, and so we're recommending approval.
Okay. Commissioners, comments, questions? Motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mary Ellen, second by James. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to agenda item 4, we have 3 items on the public hearing zoning and special use permit agenda. Item A is a public hearing for the consideration of a special use permit for a contractor's yard on approximately 2.4718 acres, legally described as a Lot 1, Block C of the Riverview Industrial Edition, located at 1620 Riverview Drive, as requested by Luis Pedraza of Luis Construction Service, Inc. and New Star Drilling, Inc., the property owner.
Good evening, Commissioners. New Star Drilling is a foundation peer drilling company moving from their current location in Louisville's Old Town to a larger tract of land off of the Riverview Drive. New Star Drilling's use is considered a contractor's yard in the Louisville zoning code and requires a special use permit. The proposed new site will feature an 8,000 square foot building split between an office and shop. Also feature a truck wash and a 2,500 square foot outside storage area, which will be screened by an 8-foot tall precast concrete fence. The building will be constructed out of concrete tilt wall with stone wainscot and will feature a modern design. As a part of the SUP application, the applicant has included enhanced landscaping. This includes 3 additional trees, street frontage trees, which brings the total up to 14, 1 additional parking lot tree, which brings the total up to 4, and shrubs and ornamental trees at the entrance. There's no freestanding signage proposed at this site. The staff recommends approval. Is there any questions?
Yeah, 2 questions.
Sure.
Who owns the current property? Does the applicant own that location? And what are there future plans being considered for the current location?
For the current location?
Yeah, will it be completely vacated?
I'm unaware of the future plans for the current location. As far as the owner of the new location, is that what you're asking for?
No, the current location.
The current
Is
location?
it going to be completely, are they moving out of that location completely?
Right,
It's gonna
they're
be empty
moving their
property?
business, and I believe the applicant is here and can answer that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good evening, Commission. My name is Oziel Vigil on behalf of Reliable Paving, and Luis Pedraza, who's here, who's the current owner of the property. The plans for the existing place is to make the transition and move to the new proposed on Riverview, and after the move, he's planning to potentially have the site open to be on the market. If anybody would come in with an offer,
Okay.
then he would propose selling it. But for the meantime, he's going to hold on to it, and in hopes of making this transition. So, if that answers your question. Thank you.
Commissioners, any other questions for the applicant?
Can you please sign it?
I had a question for the city. I was just wanting to know if we got any calls or inquiries about this item? Okay,
No calls or inquiries.
okay. Okay, so with that, we will open the public hearing for agenda item 4A. Anyone wishing to speak may come forward. With no one coming forward, we will close the public hearing for agenda item 4A, and I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion by William,
I'll second.
second by John. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, agenda item 4B.
Oh, and sorry.
Okay.
My little announcement. I always forget this. Yes. So there will be a second public hearing for this specific use permit that will go before the city council on March 19th.
Okay, thank you. Agenda item 4B is a public hearing for consideration of a special use permit for the redevelopment and redesign of an auto display, sales, and repair facility on an approximate 4.54 acre tract of land legally described as Lot 1R, Block A, Saturn Edition, located at 1515 South Stemmons Freeway, as requested by Brian Cooper of McWright Smith Construction, LLC, on behalf of David Baum, Baum Auto Sales, LLC, the property owner.
Yes, so this site at 1515 South Stebbins Freeway had previously been in operation as an auto sales facility. In 2017, they wanted to undergo an expansion. They came before this commission and the council and were granted a specific use permit. And the property is currently under construction for that expansion. However, in the interim time, Mitsubishi was acquired by Nissan Renault, and they are doing a rebranding of the brand, and so they have new elevations for all the stores that they'd like to see moving forward. So this is really just an amendment to the elevations and the signage that was included with the previously approved SUP. The elevations do meet the 80% brick veneer gateway standards, and the signage does meet the City of Louisville sign code. In addition, the monument signs will be a maximum of 6 feet in height.
Okay. Commissioners, any further questions? Okay, thank you. We will open the public hearing for agenda item 4B. Anyone wishing to speak about this agenda item, please come forward. With no one coming forward, we'll close the public hearing. Commissioners, motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Mary Ellen,
Second.
second by James. All those in favor signify aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Yes, and so this specific use permit will go before the City Council at their March 5th meeting.
Okay. Agenda item 4C is a public hearing for consideration of a special use permit for a minor automobile services, including tune-up and repair services facility on an approximate .572 acre, legally described as Lot 1B, Block A of the McGee Park Addition, located at 1299 Justin Road, as requested by Ralph Martinez of RGM Architects on behalf of Riyadh Hosseini INI LLC, the property owner.
Commissioners, Quickcar is converting 6 of their existing car wash bays into auto repair bays. Minor automotive services require a special use permit in the city of Louisville. New brickwork and overhead doors will be added to each of these 6 bays, and the bays will also be refinished and brought up to Louisville's current codes. As a part of this SUP application, the applicant is adding decorative stone features to the front facade of the building. They're adding 3 tree wells to the parking lot where there's very, very little landscaping present currently. They are also removing their pole sign, replacing it with a monument sign as a part of this SUP. There are 2 variances associated with this special use permit. One variance is to allow the reduction in the required landscape buffer along the frontage property lines from 10 feet to 0 feet. And the second is to eliminate the requirement for right-of-way evergreen screening. Both of these variances are with the current site layout. There's very little room for landscaping, and it's not possible to add a new landscaping strip as with the current layout. Staff does recommend approval of the SUP and the two variances, and the applicant is also here for any questions you may have.
Question?
Yes.
Is the parking sufficient for
Yes.
employee parking and overnight parking? A lot of repairs don't get done in one day.
Yes, so one thing I failed to mention is they're converting 4 of the existing vacuum stalls in the rear of the building that will be converted into parking as well. And the site does have parking per the Louisville requirements.
Okay.
So is there no concern from the city side about the aesthetics of this along 407? Because I do know that we're putting in some effort to, dress up the entrances to Louisville from Flower Mound. My first thought on that is that I'd really hate to not have the landscaping, and I understand the size, the physical constraints of the site. Is there anything we could possibly do to have, maybe a foot or two? Going from the required 10 to nothing is a little bit concerning to me.
Well, currently the parking layout of the site is right at the property line. So there's no room to move it further out or to remove the current parking. Because if we removed all the current front parking, then it would not be able to meet the ordinance.
Does the ordinance not require a landscape buffer?
It wasn't required when it was originally built. and
So
that's
it's
why
already, okay.
If they shifted the head-end parking further back away from the right-of-way to accommodate landscaping, there wouldn't be adequate maneuvering space and fire lane in front of the building. But the applicant has addressed aesthetics. They are cutting in. They're losing 3 parking spaces along the front. They're converting those to tree wells, so we'll get 3 new street trees along the frontage that will greatly enhance the aesthetics of the site.
Okay. Commissioners, any further questions for staff?
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know if the applicant wanted to say anything before we open the public hearing or not.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, would you repeat the question? I'm having a hard time
No,
hearing.
there was no question. We just wanted to give you the opportunity to say anything that you wanted us to hear before we open the public hearing.
Okay, this Quick Car, which is primarily a national franchise, right on the corner. And originally, it was not a Quick Car, it was something else. But it was a car repair or light automotive repair. But the thing unique about this site, architecturally speaking, is that it has a very appealing architectural character to the buildings and the facade, the brick facade, the roofing, that we're proposing to enhance. Okay, excuse me, power wash the facade, power wash the roof, restore the colors, the hues. We're gonna add some brick facade to match what's there and put some stone coins where the brick is. Bring out the character that it has. I think it'll be, I'm sorry, quite an architectural appealing structure that will restore its character. I think the city will be proud to have that there, and the consumers. Okay.
So do you have Would you have any cars parked there overnight?
Oh, no.
It's
No.
just a day
It's
service,
strictly
so
a day,
all the
a
cars go.
daytime, strictly a daytime operation. They're, the parking spaces that are there are for the consumers. You park the cars until they are retrieved at the end of the day, 5 o'clock, whatever. And, it's a daytime operation, it's not an overnight operation at all.
Okay. Commissioners, any further questions?
Has there been any interest in the people who are in that strip shopping center right behind there? Are they still going to have enough parking? I know it's tight in there. And so when you do your expansion for parking, there's some shops or stores, hairdresser and stuff behind there.
Yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
Are they going to have enough parking? Have they had any input on
Well,
this?
you see, that's a different parcel of land, right, that has their own parking complying, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's basically what I was gonna get at is, as far as this site is contained, it actually is going over the required parking for the site itself.
Right.
So no parking will be taken from any of the existing businesses or
Okay,
locations.
okay, that was my concern.
Okay, would you please sign that?
I'm sorry, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. And with that, we will go ahead and open the public hearing for agenda item 4C. If there's anyone that wishes to come forward and speak about this agenda item, please come forward. Seeing no one come forward, we will close the public hearing for agenda item 4C. Anyone have any additional comments or questions?
Motion to recommend
motion?
approval.
Okay, motion by James. Second by William. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then a second public hearing for this item will be held by the City Council on March 19th.
Okay. And with that, the next item on the agenda is adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Motion by Mary Ellen,
Second.
second by John. All those in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you.